today I have the Razer Naga Trinity. That is a mouse that can be purchased. I bought mine at Best Buy. It was actually on sale for $75, but they're normally about $100 to $130 or so, depending on where you get it at. It has 3 individual changeable plates on it, so you can actually have the 12 buttons. You can go down to the 9 on the ring or just the 2, and it does just pop off on the side. You just click it right back on. They're mechanical switches, so in theory should be pretty good. So let's go ahead and get in here and see how we got. Alright, so once you open it, you'll have your paperwork, which is all of the necessary stuff that you need that is not really necessary, but we'll have the instructions, tell you a little bit about the mouse, some of the stuff that tells you the actual configurations and all that kind of thing. Schematics just tell you a little bit about all the different parts of it. Let's see. Has a very thick braided cable, which is pretty nice. It says Razer on the end of it there. It is a classic Razer USB. Alrighty, there they are. So let's see. Has the 12 button configuration already on it, as you can see. Has a very nice weight and feel to it. Whenever it's actually sitting on my desk, it is pretty nice looking and everything. It does have the Razer Chroma, so it will light up there, and the buttons and keys as well as the wheel will all light up. As you can see, it does have protection over the sensor whenever you first get it, and there you are. You can see it has a profile button to switch between, and then your sensor itself. You have the 12 configurations. You'll have the 2 button click to swap to if you would like, as well as your 9 button wheel, or 7 button wheel. And I am actually going to be using mine with the 12 button. That was the main reason I bought this particular model, was because I wanted to have about 12 buttons on the side, and I do like having the extra clicks on the top and the DPI switch as well. So I will go ahead and plug this in, get started on setting it up, and see what we got going on. And so now I did just plug in the mouse itself, and it pops up with this right here. So it will automatically come up and tell you to update everything, so that way you can, if you don't already have the Synapse software, if you do have the Synapse software, it'll pop up for you to automatically update. If you don't have it, it will pop up and automatically initiate the install sequence. But as you can see here, it will actually let me go ahead and update all of this. Go ahead and install everything. This will be the Razer Synapse software. So once you get everything installed, this is what it's going to look like. You just click on whatever device you're going to for the mouse this time. It'll show you the different faceplates down here as to like which one you have chosen. The 12 button is on here right now, so I can go to like whatever key, and that's going to be for that one key. So then I can set it to like a keyboard function or whatever. You can set it to do different macros and stuff, so you can actually assign that a macro. You can change whether you want it to just do it once, multiple times, toggle continuously, or just play while you're holding it down. and it gives you basically all the different options for the different things. You can launch your programs and stuff like that using any of these keys if you'd like. You can also do different media things, so you can turn up the volume, turn it down, that type of thing. You can do window shortcuts on it. You can assign different text functions to make it actually like automatically generate text in there and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. You can do a lot of good stuff with that. You can change your sensitivity by default. I think it's on 1800. I like mine on around 45 or so. It seems to be working pretty well for me right there. You can change how many stages you have, which I think is kind of nice, because if you wanted to only have 2, so you can just toggle between them quickly in game for like sniping or something like that, then you can do that, and then you'd be able to just click real quick, click back, and you're good. So I think that's a cool option. I don't really do that a whole lot, but and you can change the polling rate, which a lot of people don't really think about much anymore because it doesn't necessarily matter too much anymore, but some of the older computers maybe, or some of the ones that don't quite support a high enough rate, then you may end up having to do that. And I know that if you're using this on like an Xbox or something like that, then I know you have to turn it down on them, because I know they don't support 1000. I'm not sure what they support, but just wanted to throw that in there in case anybody is. Oh yeah, one more thing about this, the profiles. This is where you can assign all the different profiles, so you can assign them to different colors, and then whenever you change your actual profile, it will show you which profile you're using, so you can actually save whatever setup you want onto the mouse itself. For the lighting, you can go here. You can do there's quick effects, so you can just change something like that, and if you want it to be on reactive, then when you click, it's going to do the green like that. So you can just do different adjustments on that. You can make it shorter or last longer. You can take it all the way up, and whenever you click, it's going to take a long time for it to fade out. There's the spectrum cycling, so you can just let it sit there and color scroll essentially. You can just change it static color and do whatever color you want, and then it's just going to stay there like that. Looks kind of pink on the camera, but it's actually red right now. But and then you can have the breathing function, where you can actually change like a couple different, you can do 2 different colors if you want, and it's going to breathe, it will fade in and out like that and breathe between them. I personally go to the advanced, go to the Chroma Studio, and I like actually adjusting them individually, because you can't actually add different layers, so you can actually put like reactive and fire together, which is what I do. So it has fire all the time, so it always has this kind of glow thing going on where it has the yellow and the red, and then whenever you click on something, it'll do that. So you'll click and it'll react to it and turn everything red. Which you can also adjust that and change whatever you want to do different things. You can adjust just this part right here if you want it to do a different color. You can adjust all these to be a different color. You can adjust that. You can adjust the duration of like how long they're gonna fade between them or whatever, if you have it just color scrolling, or how long the ripple effect will last, how long the fire takes, how long the breathing takes. You can literally customize anything you want on this mouse with the coloring. It's pretty cool actually. For the apps, you can actually change it to go along with different things inside of like games or different apps or anything like that. So you can, certain ones will have integration where you can actually basically have the mouse involved in the game. So whenever the game does something, it can change a certain color or something like that. If you have like Chroma set up for your entire setup, then your whole setup will do that. So if you have like your keyboard and all that kind of stuff, you have lights around the room or anything like that that are hue lights or something synced to it, you can make it all do that, and it's pretty cool what you can do with the some of the Razer stuff really. So and you can also actually change the calibration for like different surfaces and that type of thing. So yep, that's pretty much all the different things that you can do there. It's you can assign all the different buttons however you want them to be. If you wanted, pretty much the only one I think that you can't change is left click. As far as I know, everything else you can change it to whatever you want it to be. So that's pretty much the entirety of this mouse. If there's anything else that y'all have questions about at all, you can leave it in the comment section below, and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. Otherwise, thank you guys very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button, comment if you would like, subscribe to my channel please, and pay attention because I'm going to be putting out some more content. I pretty much try to put out content pretty often, at least maybe once a week or so. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.